If you're in the fasteners business, you're not just making parts. You're juggling 1,000 tiny critical details. From getting the raw material in the door to shipping it across the globe, just one tiny slip-up, one piece of bad information, and the whole operation can grind to a halt. The complexity is just massive. So how do you actually get control?
Does your day-to-day feel like you're constantly fighting fires? Let's see if any of this sounds a little too familiar. You're buried in spreadsheets, right? Trying to track these super complex orders, your inventory, what's happening on the production line. But let's be honest, this screen is just a mess of outdated numbers and conflicting info. Every time someone makes an entry, it's a chance for an error, and by the time you hit save, it's probably already out of date. Meanwhile, your sales team is out there making promises, confidently telling a customer, yep, we can hit that deadline. But back on the production floor, it's a total black box. They have no idea what raw materials are actually available or where a specific job is in the queue. And that gap, well, that's where all the delays are born.
And this is what happens, right? You miss deadlines, you have unhappy customers, and your reputation takes a hit. All because the different parts of your business just aren't talking to each other. But what if you could trade all that chaos for clarity? What if there was a system that was built from the ground up to solve these exact problems? Well, let's take a look at the solution. This right here is Fasteners ERP by Setu Consulting. And its entire mission is simple: to create one single connected system for your whole operation. It's about bringing your people, your processes, and your products into perfect sync.
And that's the key thing to remember. This isn't some generic one-size-fits-all software. It's an all-in-one system that was engineered from day one for the very specific, unique demands of fasteners manufacturers and distributors.
So how does it actually change things on the ground? Let's follow a single customer order all the way from the first contact to the final delivery, just to see this system in action. As you can see, the whole process is completely seamless. It just flows. From sales and CRM, it moves through purchasing and inventory, and then right into manufacturing, with every single step feeding information directly to the next. Okay, so it all starts here. A new lead pops into the CRM. The system helps you whip up a quote, and then, with just one click, that quote becomes a sales order, and it automatically generates the e-invoice you need. No re-entering data, no shuffling paperwork.
Now here's where it gets really smart. The second that order is confirmed, the system checks your inventory. If it sees you're running low on the raw materials you need, it automatically, and I mean automatically, sends out a request for quotation to your approved suppliers. It sees the need before it ever becomes a problem. And this is the power of having that centralized inventory. You can see exactly what you have and where it is across all of your warehouses in real time. Every single item is tracked with full lot number traceability, which gives you incredible quality control from beginning to end. So, with the materials on their way, the ERP uses the bill of materials to schedule the production run. It plans out machine time, it allocates all the resources, and it even calculates the precise per-piece cost, including scrap, so you have total clarity on your margins. But look, getting the product made is really only half the battle. Now, the system gives you complete control over quality, the final packaging, and even those complex export logistics. You can actually build quality right into your process. The system lets you set up these mandatory QC checkpoints at any stage you want. This makes sure that no batch moves forward until it meets your exact standards, which prevents those really costly errors down the line. Then, when it's time to package everything up, the ERP connects directly to the tools on your floor. It integrates with your weighing scales to capture the exact weights, and then automatically prints the right labels. I mean, think about how much that reduces manual errors and speeds up your entire shipping process. And what about those international orders, the ones with the mountains of paperwork? The system basically becomes your expert. It generates all the complex documents you need, commercial invoices, bills of exchange, you name it, all from the data that's already in the system. So when you pull back and look at the whole picture, what you have isn't just a collection of features. It's a single, unified platform that becomes the central nervous system for your entire business. Everything is here. Sales, purchase, inventory, manufacturing, quality control, even things like HR, machine maintenance, and all of your reporting are connected. It is one system and one single source of truth for absolutely everyone. So, what does all this technology actually mean for your bottom line? Let's talk about the real-world business outcomes you can expect. It really comes down to this. You get total control over your operations. You deliver to your customers faster and more reliably.
And you build a foundation that allows your business to actually scale without all the chaos.
You know, the message here is really clear. To compete and grow, your business just deserves a solid foundation. And Fasteners ERP is designed to deliver exactly that. So the final question is pretty simple. Are you ready to replace all that confusion with control and start building the future of your business on a foundation of certainty?